How do you know if a relationship is worth continuing anymore? Me, 26F, and my BF, 26M, have been dating for 4.5 years, met as friends in college, and started dating our senior year. We have been through a lot together, just growing as individuals in our early 20s during our relationship. We survived long distance early on in our relationship, and we even started talking about marriage a couple years ago. We agreed it definitely wouldn't be until after I finished grad school, since I wanted to get settled with my career first. We both want kids and to start a family, talked about getting engaged/married by 30, and have always envisioned our lives together. Fast forward to now, I am 7 months away from graduation, turning 27 soon, and feeling uncertain about the future. There's a few things, but for some context on what's been going on, essentially my BF has been struggling with his career decisions for the past couple years. He started a job right after graduation that required him to move across the country, so we did LDR for a year before he quit and moved back home to his parents' house. He was super depressed at his job, felt unfulfilled, and it was also really hard for him to be away from everyone he knew, especially during peak COVID. He was unemployed for almost a year, then landed another job with a different company in the same industry and decided to give the industry another try. He tried his best at this company, but started having some of the same issues and feelings he was having at his previous job, on top of major leadership changes, which ultimately led him to leave this one as well in November 2023. After quitting in November 2023, he was unemployed again, and this was probably the time he felt the lowest. He was frustrated and felt embarrassed that he didn't have it figured out, and his parents were also pressuring him and not giving much support. We both have strict immigrant parents with high expectations. He had expressed to me that he doesn't know if he can give me everything I want in the future, or that I deserve more than what he has to offer. This really stuck with me, and this was the first time we ever discussed the possibility of breaking up, and I could tell he was feeling defeated about where he was in life. I tried my best to comfort him and told him I had too much love for him to just end it like that. I expressed how much I appreciated everything he's done for me, because he really does do so much for me. I have emotionally supported him through all of this and was always there for him whenever he was struggling. Never did I think about leaving him just because he didn't have his life figured out. Most people in their 20s don't anyway. And I did communicate all of this to him when he was feeling his lowest. Fast forward a couple months, he decided to work as a barista while he figures out exactly what he wants to do, and he's currently in the same position now. He enjoys what he does and actually has a huge passion for coffee, but obviously also wants something higher paying and more stable. He is well educated and has great professional experience that is just not being put to use. He has decided to apply for MBA programs, and I supported this decision too if that's what he wants to do. Lately, I've been feeling he just wants to give up on our relationship. There have been a few times where he's suggested I expect too much from him and that everything he does seems wrong. This came about when I told him it'd be nice if he cleaned up after himself more frequently since we have a place together. Granted, I probably could have communicated it in a nicer way. He's told me I could be better at the way I say certain things to him to not make it seem like I'm nagging or ungrateful. He says he gets enough shit from his parents, so that's why he feels that way. I've taken this into consideration and have definitely worked to improve on this. More recently, he did something that really made me upset, and I'm trying to decide if this is deep enough to consider leaving someone. I won't get too much into it, but I caught him in a lie about something. I gave him many opportunities to tell the truth, but he continued to lie, and I don't think he would have told the truth if I had not admit to him I already knew. He coughed it up to his trauma with his parents and feeling the need to lie to them about small things because he was afraid of how they would react, and says that's why he lied. He has never given me a reason not to trust him, but I feel this instance was just disrespectful to our relationship. He knows what he did was wrong and has apologized, but I just couldn't get over why he did what he did. We argued about it, and every time I was expressing how upset I was, he just apologized and kept asking how I wanted to move forward. He's been saying things like, "Ich, why you're still with a guy like me," or we'll turn it around and say, "My concerns are always ignored, but you want me to change for you." From my perspective, it just seems like he is so easily willing to throw away an almost 5-year relationship every time something is brought up. Is it worth it anymore? I care about him deeply and truly thought I found my person and lifelong partner. But am I compromising? Do I wait and ride it out with him to see where he's at in another year? I don't have any particular rush to get married, but I do have traditional immigrant parents who want to know I'm taken care of. He has brought a lot of joy and support to my life, and it's hard for me to imagine a future with anyone else. TLDR of 4.5 years is struggling with what he wants to do with his career after trying 2 different companies in the same industry and feels stuck. I am graduating with my master's in 7 months and will have a stable job in the medical field. What our future looks like together no longer looks certain, and I'm wondering if anyone's been through something similar. Do you end it, or do you wait and hope it'll all work out?